Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just recorded the whole video and it wasn't rolling. Okay, my name's Johnna and today I'm talking about my weight loss on Mounjaro. I am on a GLP1, Mounjaro's one, Zepbound, same company, Eli Lilly is one. Tirzepatide is a compounded of those. Then there's Ozempic, and probably the most, well-known one is Ozempic, Wegovy, and the compound of that is semaglutide. Now, these are GLP-1, and they trigger hormones. They're a peptide, and they trigger hormones in your body that release that maybe your body's just not releasing correctly or enough of or what have you. Now, I take thyroid. It's another hormone, or if you take hormones when you're in menopause, hormones are what help our body run. And it's all run on hormones. So when they're not working, you need a medication to help them along. And this, to me, is such a wonderful discovery of how to activate these hormones that tell your body you're full, you don't need to eat. You don't need to eat out of emotional or to get a dopamine or an addiction, which is what obesity is, a disease, an addiction. You could be an alcoholic. You could be a dry alcoholic and not drink all the time, but you could be an alcoholic. And I think food is another form of addiction. So I am on Mounjaro. Now, I have to tell you, I am not a doctor, first of all. So anything I say is just my experience, and I want to share to help other people that maybe are on this journey and are going through some of the things I'm going through, or thinking about going on it and want to have some clarification of, like, what the heck is it? So I am telling you today about week 6. And even though I'm only a day away from finishing week 7, I'm going to only talk about my week 6 journey, because after I took my shot after week 6, I was going to film, and I actually had, I got a little ill because I had gotten some, I got my COVID and everything, and I just was feeling under the weather. So I got busy working and things later on in the week, and I haven't had time to film. So my week 7 actually ends, and I take my week 8 shot tomorrow. But I am only going to update you on week 6 because there's so much to go over with this medication. And then tomorrow or the next day, I'll update you again on week 7. And on week 8, I do want to do before and after pictures. And I'm really excited because on week 8, or actually I think I'll be one day into week 9, I am going to be meeting with Lorraine on the downsized and interview with her. So, or she's going to interview me on her channel. So I will, when that happens, put a link so you can go over there and watch it. If you haven't watched them or you're not subscribed to them, it's a couple, a husband and wife couple, and it's a great perspective. And they're very honest and forthcoming on their journey, and I love that. There's quite a few people that I've been watching that are like that, and as I watch them more, I'll let you know. But anyway, I'll let you know how that goes. I'm excited. It's about a week away. Okay, so week 6. And if I do a little bit of burping, that is one of the side effects I've developed. I'm not getting what they call sulfur burps, but I'm getting burps. So I don't know if sulfur burps are around the corner, but I am getting burps. Yeah, and I'm kind of used to that a little bit. Gastric bypass, I kind of had the same sort of thing. If I ate something that was too much or too dense, I would have burpees. So maybe I'm a little more used to it because of my history of gastric bypass. But anyway, so if I have a little burp here or there, it's one of my side effects. Um, this week, on week 6, I had mild nausea and I have off and on gotten tired. I have been trying to keep up on my supplements, and that's something you are going to want to check with your medical provider on what supplements you should be taking, because we are in a caloric deficit. And even though I'm staying on high protein, um, I still need vitamins and nutrients that maybe I'm not getting. And even though I feel like I'm eating a high protein, I'm not eating any junk anymore. I'm not eating hardly any carbs anymore as far as bread or pasta. And I was a bread girl, let me tell you. I could have toast and butter or toast and peanut butter breakfast, noon, and night. I loved it. And I loved all kinds of bread. I love sourdough and rye and wheat. I just love bread, garlic bread. It's so weird because I have little to no desire for it. Junk food, I have little to no desire. Chips, cookies, candy, I don't really care about it. It isn't the thing that I feel like I want. And a desire and a want for food is not the same. It's not, I don't have that, I'm craving for this or that. I may feel like, gee, like maybe a bacon avocado sandwich sounds good, but I could probably only eat a half of one if I could eat that. And yeah, I don't know. And the one thing I did want to talk about is the fact that a lot of people say that it takes away your joy for food. And yeah, it probably does. It probably does. But I also think, speaking for myself, I probably had a unhealthy passion for food. I mean, I was in the food industry. I love food. Or I say I used to love food. You get to a point where it's not you could take or leave it, but you're now eating for nutrition and you're not eating for enjoyment. And that's why a lot of people say it helps, with alcoholism. And then a lot of people that do drink and still drink while taking the medication have cut their drinking way back because they're not getting what they used to get out of the drinking. And it's almost like they think, well, that's just mindless calories. There are people that have shopping addictions that have curbed them because that is what is sending the dopamine to the brain. And this medication penetrates the blood barrier of the brain and helps in the dopamine receptor. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I need to preference that again. But this is just what I've experienced and I've learned by taking this medication. So it's not as satisfying. You're not eating that chocolate and getting that satisfaction. And even when you ate it and maybe you got some endorphins from it, you usually felt worse later. It's kind of like the alcoholic that feels good when they're drinking, but it's not the having fun and feeling good when you're drinking. It's how you feel after you're done drinking. You don't feel so hot anymore. So, you don't have a drive or a craving for things. And it seems to really focus in on things that you enjoy. So when they say you lose your enjoyment for food, I think what happens is the food that you really crave for endorphin or enjoyment you lose that. And I don't know if that's such a bad thing. I mean, yes, it's probably like a mourning or a loss that you have to grieve over the fact. But I have this happening with me right now with coffee. I drink mainly, I've told you I drink water and coffee, and that's it since my gastric bypass. I am drinking my protein shakes now, but as far as coffee goes, I drink a cup of coffee in the morning, and sometimes I only drink one cup, and I used to drink several. And I also sometimes don't even finish the one because I just don't care. I don't care about it. And that's losing my desire for something of enjoyment. But that's not always a bad thing. So we have to, I think, have a mindset that does it help us not enjoy food anymore, or does it help us not obsess over food? Because, I remember dieting and people used to say, oh, you should eat to live, not live to eat. I never could really understand that because I always lived to eat. I loved food. I loved different kinds of food. And, but it's true. We're not supposed to eat for passion or enjoyment. And yes, you can have passion and enjoyment over your food. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that maybe our unhealthy relationship with food is what got us to where we're at. And it's not something we've done, but it's something that we eternally have with us. So it's helped people with drinking, smoking, shopping, all kinds of addictions. And my cravings, from 4 hours after I took my first shot, I had no cravings for junk food. Chips. Now, am I ever going to have a cookie or a chip again? Probably yes. But I haven't in 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks. And I don't miss it. And I don't feel like I'm missing out or feel deprived in any way. And not like any other diet where you would say that, but really kind of want something. I can't talk to you about the drinking because I haven't drank for 40 years. I quit drinking when I was 28. And so I can't talk about that, but I've seen other people that have curbed their drinking or completely quit their drinking because they're not finding the same satisfaction. And I heard someone saying it's everything. It's if you have marijuana, if you drink, if you are addicted to shopping, if anything that is an obsessive, compulsive, that you get dopamine or it triggers enjoyment, it curbs. And yes, it's kind of a bummer in some ways because if you love and have a passion for something and really enjoy it, and it's something as simple as a piece of chocolate, then I guess we'll have to mourn our loss of chocolate. But in the end, it's not really a normal relationship because food isn't supposed to be passionately loved. It's supposed to be, enjoyed. You enjoy when you eat it, but that's why you can take 1 or 2 bites of something and say, that's enough. I mean, it's enough. I think that's normal. That's how normal people that don't have eating disorders feel. They don't feel like a high from a cup of coffee. So that is kind of my take on this week, that I've come to realize that when they say that you can't enjoy your food anymore, it's not that you don't enjoy your food. It's that your food isn't driving you, and you can take or leave it. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. Let me know in the comments what you think on, if you're on this journey, or you're considering it, what you think. That's my perspective. That I don't know. I just don't think it's a bad thing. Yes, I enjoyed my coffee. And yes, I don't really enjoy it so much anymore. I still have a cup every morning. If I finish it, I do. If I don't, I don't. Okay, everyone, let me update you on the weight loss part of this journey for week 6. Originally I started out at 238.8 pounds. That's when I went to the doctor. They prescribed the Mounjaro. I got denied and didn't take it for 2 months. I lost 7 pounds in that 2 months, so I do include that in my journey. But I'll give you both numbers from when I started the Mounjaro and then the total that I've lost. So I started on Mounjaro at 231.8. That's 7 pounds down from where I was when the doctor first prescribed the medication. And on week 6, I started at 217.0. And I ended at 215.4. That's a weight loss of only 1.6, my smallest weight loss. But you know what? I'm fine with that. 1.6 pounds is good, and I don't want to lose too fast anyway. Yeah, I want to be thin already, but I know there'll be ups and downs, and some weeks I'll lose more, and some weeks I may not lose anything. But I'm happy with the 1.4 pounds. Did I say no? 1.6 pounds that I lost. I am down a total of 16.4 pounds since I started the Mounjaro, and I am down a total of 23.4 since I talked to the doctor about going on this medication. So I am really happy with the results. And like I said, I'm in week 7 now, and I've almost completed it. So I'll update you on those numbers, and I do continue to lose. So I'm happy with that. I am on 5.0, which is the second lowest dose. And I have strong appetite suppression. I have little to no cravings. And I feel good. So I'm happy where I'm at. Hopefully I can stay on this level for some time and not have to move up, because the more you move up, the less opportunity you have, because you can only move up so much. And then on maintenance, I'd like to be on as low a dose as possible. That's not to say I won't move up or I won't need to move up a lot in the future, but right now I'm doing fine on the 5.0, so I'll stay there. That's about it. I do want to let you know in week 7, which is ending tomorrow, and I take week 8 shot tomorrow, so I will have another video in a day or two for week 7. And then week 8, I will have some before and after pictures, not to show off myself in my bathing suit, but hopefully motivate somebody, because for me, it's not an easy thing to do, as it isn't probably for most people, but I hope that if in some way it motivates someone. Now, I'm not expecting you to notice a big change in 8 weeks, but I think maybe 4 or 6 months, there'll be a big noticeable change. But any little bit will help possibly somebody to see that there is progress. I feel it a lot. My clothes, I'm fitting into clothes I couldn't fit into. The clothes I was wearing are pretty big on me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy, and I'm enjoying this experience. I don't know what else to say, but I am enjoying it. There are a few side effects, and I don't want to downplay them, and everyone's different. So you do, of course, want to check with your medical professional and stay in touch and up with them on what your needs are and how you're feeling. So, all that being said, I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and If you could leave me a comment down below, if you're on this journey, I'd love to hear from you. Or if you're thinking about it, what your thoughts are, and how do you feel about cravings? Okay, so until next week, or in a couple days, I guess, that's all. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend if you know anyone who is interested in this weight loss journey. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.